Hello and welcome to the Girly Lifestyle Realtor channel. My name is Shelly. I'm a licensed real estate agent in the beautiful state of Florida. In today's topic, I'm here to discuss how to work with your agent in a competitive seller's market and all the tips that you guys need to be successful in your transaction. So stay tuned. On today's video, we have 6 successful tips on how to work with your agent in a competitive seller's market. And tip number 1, you're probably asking yourself, what exactly is a competitive market? And just to simplify it, it means that there are more buyers and less houses on the market. So you have a lot of people competing to purchase homes, and it drives up the cost of the prices. So that's all that is. So that's tip number 1, competitive market. All right, so we're gonna go on to tip number 2. Tip number 2 is to be prepared. In this market, it's very important that you guys have your pre-approval done and make sure exactly the house amount that you can qualify. If it meets your mortgage payment requirements, you must be pre-approved, because when we submit the offer letter, all offer letters have to come with the pre-approval. So we don't want to have everything contingent against pre-approval. So take care of that, number 1. And the next thing is, when you find a house, you view the house. So say for instance, I may email you a property to take a look at on a Monday. Monday, view the house. Monday, go out and see the property right away. Why we're so urgent is because if you see the house and you like the house, that means other people like the house as well. So all right, so we're moving right along to tip number 3. And tip number 3 is Benny the Bully. You're probably asking yourself, who exactly is Benny the Bully? Well, I affectionately nickname the seller Benny the Bully, because right now Benny the Bully is running rapid all over the place and bullying people into making sure that they don't take any contingencies, they don't do any repairs, and basically they don't have to budge on the price, because right now is multiple offers being provided and accepted, and they know that they're going to get the best offer for little, very little. So Benny the Bully is running rapid right now and throwing out prices, telling people, no, we're not going to fix this, no, I'm not going to do this, and that's okay. So what we're going to do to work around Benny the Bully? So Benny the Bully doesn't have to make any repairs, doesn't have to cut any deals on their end. And Benny the Bully just knows right now in this market is so competitive that they don't have to provide deals, and they can just go around telling people what they're not going to do and when they're going to do it and how fast can you close and how much money you're going to provide, because most of the homes coming in right now have multiple offers. So Benny the Bully is running rapid, and there's not much we can do right now until the market changes. So that's tip number 3. Know that you're working with Benny the Bully, and you want to make sure that you provide the best offer out there with little contingencies to none. All right? So we're going to stay on to step number 4. Step number 4 is submitting the offer. This time, we want to make sure we're aggressive. And when I say aggressive, if a house is coming in at $300K, this is the market where we can't really make a lot of contingencies. We can't make a lot of demands on Benny the Bully. So we need to come in at asking price or even more. And so right now, when you're submitting an offer letter, sometimes it's best to add also want to provide an escalation clause. You're probably asking yourself, what's an escalation clause? It's basically a clause stating that whoever has the highest bidder, it's basically a clause that states whoever has the highest offer, that you will offer a certain dollar amount over the best offer submitted, not exceeding whatever cap that you have. So we're back at the 300K. So say the best offer that came in for that house is $310. You're like, okay, $310. With your escalation clause, you could have put a $2,000 clause not exceeding, say, 320K. So the clause would tell the seller's agent not to go over 320. So if the offer goes above that, then we may have to counter offer, or the house may go to another buyer, depending if you want to pay over the 320. So basically, anytime you submit an offer, we want to go in there with our strongest offer, no low ball offers, and we want to make sure that Benny the Bully is happy. All right, so we're gonna stay on to the next tip, and that's tip number 5. So tip number 5 is be available. And what I mean by be available is when you're working with your agent, you want to be available as much as possible. I understand that people have jobs and other things that take up their attention, but in this time when we're looking for houses and we're making offers, we want to make sure that we can answer the phone, return messages, respond to text messages, emails, because everything is done on a fast pace. So once it's submitted to me, it goes to another person, and there's so many different hands-on in this transaction. So we want to be very present and we want to be available. And we just want to offer a speedy turnaround because, like I said, Benny the Bully is no joke. He wants his stuff, well, he or her or she or him or heck, they want their stuff now. And we want to appease the seller right now in this time, okay? So stay tuned to So all right, we're gonna go ahead to the final tip. So tip number 6, the agent is your partner. And you're probably saying, what do you mean by the agent is your partner? We work on your behalf. So if we're acquiring certain things from you guys and we're needing certain stuff, or we're saying maybe that's not a great way to move, and we're just giving you guys advice or tips, we're not doing that so you will lose the offer, because we know that the market is so strong and is so beneficial to the seller that we want to present the best offer. So I know it's scary to say, oh my gosh, I don't want to bid like $2,000 over the asking price or $5,000, but you want the house. I know you guys want the house. So always keep like a cap in mind, as much as say, I don't want to exceed this amount, but we're not trying to tell you information that is not going to get you the house of your dreams. So that's what I said. We got to work together, and we're not trying to set you guys up for the okie doke. There's none of that stuff. And we just want to be a teammate. We want to be the strongest teammate out there. So look at us as Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. They were 1 and 2, and we have to be 1 and 2 with each other. So that concludes everything. So that's 6 important tips on how to work with your agent in a competitive seller's market. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and always remember to buy and sell with Shell, your friendly neighborhood realtor.